Hi everybody, welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie. This is Saturday Solutions. This is a non-political card reading since we don't do political card readings here. I should say. I don't, unless it's a special request or a special show on something, current event that is that important. Anyway, this show is a spiritual card reading. Kind of helps us in guiding us with our current situation, where we want to be, a roadmap on how to get from where we are to where we want to be, a message from the earth, and a message from the angels and ancestors. And we find out also which chakra is blocked and how to unblock that. Pull any clarifier cards as we need to pull, or we use my deck as needed to be. So I should say decks, my card system. Anyway, everybody ready to start this? To my subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to see you again. And if you're new here, I hope you like what you see. And if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll get more. I am learning resin art at the moment, and so making lots and lots of fun and pretty things. Getting ready to take off into an area that is exciting and fun, but anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, anyhow, thank you for being here. Let's get started. And as always, this is for our entertainment purposes only. Let's set that right over there. Okay, let's see what our current situation is in the West, please. Oh, look at that card. This is a full moon tonight. The flower moon. We'll move this over here. The flower moon. Look at the moons around that child. Is there something here that's saying release it? If it doesn't make you happy, if it doesn't fulfill your needs, desires, and wants, let it go. Let it go. We're just so busy seeing the here and the now and the moon and all the information coming at us that our inner child is feeling wounded. This card is saying we have to heal that inner child. We have got to do that by nourishing that child. That child is special. That's you. That's the wounded part of you. Your wounded child needs a mom or a dad, whichever situation fits better. Sorry, I needed a drink of water. Yeah, our inner child. I don't know about you, that's what I really seem to be working on with this Mercury retrograde. I've been doing a lot of looking at the past and coming to terms with areas that I thought was solid, hard truths that were actually propaganda and lies, and learning what I really stand for. What does this inner child right here really stand for? And we're all being asked that. We are all being asked, what keeps you grounded, and what are you really? What do you really stand for, people? What do you really stand for? I mean, it's like the moon, this moon, all these phases in the moon right here is a reminder The time is passing. This cycle keeps going. Right on into the next new cycle, whether you're ready or not. You're alive and your feet are on this earth, and the earth goes through that change. Guess what? You're going to go with it. You can't just pick and choose and say, no, I think I would like to stay back here in the 1950s. When the rest of us are headed toward the year 2050. What will your life be like in 2050? Chances are I won't be here. But that's something for you who are younger than I am. You need to focus on that. You need to think about that. Everything that you have accepted as normal in the past is about to abruptly change. So where do we want to be? Over here in the East. We want to be flowing in the spirit of the river. We don't want to be in this resist mode. I can tell you, you see the resin stuff all around here. For me, what I end up with in pieces like this isn't planned. This is just how this piece turned out. It flows, it moves, does its own thing. And that's part of why I've become pretty much immersed in it, to the point where I don't have time to sit and do live streams and yak with y'all or pull cards for you all. I really apologize. You want a card reading from me, contact me. If you need me, contact me. Okay? What this is saying in this card with the spirit of the river, immerse yourself. Whatever you figure out over here that you stand for, we want to be immersed in that. But getting from here to here is like from being a 12-year-old to being a 30-year-old. What's in between? You know, there's always a process. We want to give something up and immediately be healed. It doesn't work that way. Giving something up is a process. Giving someone up is a process. Unless it's done with anger or hurt, which anger is a result of hurt. So keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. So, as you notice in this card, this person is immersed in the water. The water's way up over the surface, way up over her head. This person's head. And they don't care. They're in the moment of an adventure. And they're in trust to see where it takes them. See where it goes. Don't always have to have that magical, strategical plan. Sometimes all the plans in the world will make no difference whatsoever in how things turn out, because the universe has lessons for you. The choices that you make, just say which lesson it is you're going to learn now as opposed to 6 months from now or 10 years from now. You're still going to learn all the lessons you're supposed to learn in this adventure of our life. It's just knowing when and what and all that stuff. You got a wounded child over here, feeling really grounded and pushed down by the pull of the moon. Like the tides, emotional, and in a state of upheaval. And over here, you're full of exuberance and free. You're surrounded and protected by the water that is forming you and transform. The water of flow, the air of flow. You are being transformed by being in the flow of life and connected to all those who are also in your company. And it is in the protection of knowing you have that connection to all of these out here. That's a strength. That's a protection. You don't need to worry about what may come your way. Be strong. Whatever it is that comes your way, you'll be strong to do it. You just put one foot in front of the other, like you do every morning when you get out of bed on your way to the bathroom. Sorry, I don't mean to be crude, but it's really basically that simple. As someone who's been through quite a few life and death crises, how do you deal with it? You put one foot in front of the other and just move. Just keep going. So, how do we get from being this wounded child to this freely immersed in adventure, abandonment flow person? How do we get there? Enchanted Map Deck by Colette Baron Reed. By the way, this is the Mystical Shaman deck by Colette Baron Reed. And this is, Shaman's Dream by Colette Baron Reed. And this is the Enchanted Map deck by her. Wow. Follow the leader. You know what I see in this card? I see as you go up your path, as you're going on your path, up the hill to the tree of life, to the releasing of time, into the light, into being a part of the light, as you are a light worker. You already are a part of the light. It's just a matter of joining in with the rest. But as you go on this path to get here, you're going to come across many entities, large, small, old and young, mystical and natural. Each one of these entities has something to teach you. Then you're going, yeah, well, one of those is a fairy. Come on. You lose your keys. Could swear you set them down on a table right there on that table. I set my keys right there. And you got to go out the door and you got to grab your keys. They're gone. What the hell? So then you start searching your pants, you search in your pocket, all your pockets, your purse, or whatever, and you can't find your keys. You're going through the cushions of the couch, and you happen to look up on that table, right where you said you had put the keys, and there they are. Hello. Guess who likes shiny things? Anyway, you have a young duck, a baby, I guess, baby chicken. There's a praying mantis here. There's a flying sparrow or swallow. And then there's the seasonal migrating duck. Each one of these has something to teach us about our existence as we walk past and with them on this path. And if you'll notice on this clock, time's not going to change. The amount of time you take to walk this path, whether the curves you take or you take a shortcut, no, the amount of time it takes will always be the same. So you don't necessarily have to opt for the shortcut, okay? What this is saying is understand that to get from being this wounded child who is going through being beat up by all these cycles to the point of not even counting how many cycles are going by hardly, to being completely and free-flowing and releasing of all these things that have been beating us up. You have to listen to the lessons. What is it you need to heal here? And ask those entities or beings, friends, people you respect, for support. I mean, that's why we call them friends, you know, loved ones. But to understand that this wounded child over there is going to be here. It's a process. And we can't just jump from here to here. We have to. You can't jump from being an inner child up into the top of the tree of life. You got to climb there. You got to get to the tree of life first. So understand that getting to being a free spirit in the river, in the flow of life, it is a process. And you have to work through it. And it's going to take the amount of time that it's going to take. Do we have a clarifier card on the child, please? This is the One World Tarot. Sorry, lovely shot of my ring light. I apologize. And we have clarifier of okay, we got 2 cards. And I'm going to follow the leader. Can we have another card, please, on the map? Okay, that's it. For the child, we get the Queen of Wands. You feeling beat up? Tired of feeling beat up? This queen is a very loving and nurturing queen. You're not listening to her. She's telling you you got to nurture yourself up instead of beating yourself up. You're too busy looking out where you should be and where you want to be and not paying attention to where you are. Because in actually feeling totally and completely comfortable in where you are this very minute, that's how you heal. Because when you're focused on now, you forget about tomorrow and you forget about yesterday. You forget about, oh, the horrible things I have done. And you think about the possibility of the things that you can do. And that's what this queen is reminding you. She's here to help us heal our inner child. She doesn't have to plant her wand for it to completely be growing in the air. And I keep kind of showing you. This is the next card. 7 of Pentacles. It's becoming time to nurture those seeds we planted. Because by now, those seeds we planted a month ago are nice plants at this point. And those plants are They symbolize your future, our future, the future. So during this time of Mercury retrograde, you need to be taking lock, stock, and barrel of where you are, where you have been, and what's coming. How many of these plants that you have planted the seeds of are going to survive and thrive and come back to you with questions because they want more? Are you ready? So as this child, this inner child is being healed, it is becoming out of the fog and easier to see what seeds you have planted in this time. Have they been seeds of a prosperous plant, or have they been a poison ivy? Yeah, I said poison ivy. It all has to do with the choices that you've made in the last few years, and the choices that you're going to be making in the next few months, and definitely the next 10 years. So the enchanted map. We want that spirit of the river. Oh yeah, it's all about our choices. We have to be very careful of our choices because some are dragons that'll burn you up. Some are snakes that'll coil around you and swallow you whole. Some are easy money, which easy money, easy come, easy go. Some is great power. Some is great wealth. And right here, up here in this corner, is abundance. What choice are you going to make? That's what, to keep the process of getting over here, moving towards the adventure, there's the process of healing is about your choices and understanding the choices you made in the past in a particular situation, how and why, and understanding that you did the best that you could with what you had. I see there's 2 abundance cups here. Cup on the right, cup on the left. There's abundance enough for everybody. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you very much for that, Spirit. That really, I get it. I get it. This process of making the choices is what keeps us moving forward towards this spirit of adventure. Once we get to the river, you're going to be asked, do you want to just step in, or do you want to dive in and be immersed? There is no right or wrong in the answer to that question. It's a question that strictly is for you, for you, about you, and for you. Because it's made completely by you, and your life will definitely have an effect. It'll have a big effect on your life. So at this point, we have definitely got a chakra that's out of balance. So this is the Kaleidodope deck, Swatches of Chakra by Crystal Banner. What we got? Oh, whoa, root chakra. And our finances. You guys worried about money, huh? I can understand. I can fully and completely understand. I mean, had another bank go down. It's like, yeah, my bank, I don't have a savings account really. I have a savings account that's just enough to keep it so that I can cash my Social Security checks. And maybe get a loan if I need to. That's it. That's it. The savings account, what's that? I live from check to check. Once a month. Anyway, the root chakra. So obviously that's definitely a message for me. I got to really watch it. The root chakra is your physical health. It is about home. It's about stability. It's about survival. It's about the material world and grounding. When it is balanced, you are full of physical vitality. You're feeling safe, secure. You trust. You're patient. You are financially secure. So you feel like you can breathe. Connected to nature. You persevere through everything you attempt. And you have a strong foundation. Feeling healthy and a sense of belonging. But when it's out of balance, you have a lack of energy, you have insecurities. Actually, you have insecurities because you have a fear of security and safety. Can you imagine that? Being afraid of being secure and safe. And you may have physical weakness. And let me tell you, when it's out of your root chakra's out of balance, you're full of rage, you're full of anger, and you're worried about money. And in that worry of money, it brings about an anxiety. It is a tightness in your chest and a pain in your stomach that leads to you going to the bathroom more often than normal. You're indecisive and you're full of greed because you're afraid of your money. So you're holding on to it. You don't want to lose it, so hold on to it. Hold on to it. And because you're being like this, you're being very selfish. You're cutting others off from you who may actually be able to help you get out of this mode, may help you heal, may help you in the process. And because you're out of touch with reality. And sometimes it really takes somebody you love in your life to bring you back into what's right, back into the things that really matter. Get you out of your head and out of your ego. Now, the stones that you will be needing, jet, which is black. Red jasper. A lot of times red jasper you can find in gravel. So, if you're in a gravel parking lot or park somewhere where there's a lot of gravel, just kind of keep an eye out for a rusty red stone. More often than not, that is red jasper. Jasper. And black tourmaline and onyx. And it's interesting because 3 out of the 4 of those 4, 3 out of the 4 of the 4, are black. And the one that's not black is red. Now there's onyx can come in a rusty red color, which is exactly the color of what we're talking about here. That rusty red. That's your root. Your root chakra. So my goodness. Let's see what Gaia's got to tell us today. Down here, my dear, wonderful, sweet goddess, what message do you have for us today? Oh, see? Healing is a process. You're your own inner healer. Whether it's night or day, your tree of life is about to burst out of that bubble you live in. You need to get ready. Change is coming. A major change is coming. See the lunar moths back here? Red moon. That's the eclipse, you guys. That's the eclipse. Wow, that's a powerful card. And we got time. We think we got time in a bottle down here. This is all about inner. You got the inner child, the inner healer, learning to trust yourself by your choices on the path to the tree of life. And Gaia is saying, when you're on that path to the tree of life, being touched and affected by her creatures and her guides that she has sent you, listen to them, please. Listen to them, because change is coming. They will tell you what to do. They know, or they have been through similar changes in the past. Yes, the amount of water is going to increase everywhere. There's more water available. And as the ice melts, there will be even more. Be prepared for major changes. I'm hearing her say, I have always been a place of movement and change. And I don't ever foresee myself stopping that. That is my heartbeat. That is what keeps me alive. It's her plates. It's the tectonic plates. It's her crust being movable. That's what keeps her in control. Control? That's what keeps her in control. And by golly, you don't ever want her to lose control, especially to human beings, because we'll destroy the place. And she knows that. She's fully aware. So she's saying thank you. There are many, many of you, my beautiful people, who are focused on making this a better place. Wow. Many of us are focused on making this a better place. We are. It's all in our choices. We choose abundance. Do we choose greed? It's up to us. Angels and ancestors, what are you telling us today? What are we going to need to know for the week from you? This shed old skin. This is all about the process, you guys, and letting go. You know, that's what full moons do. Full moons are the process of letting go. New moons are the process of starting a whole new idea. We get the snake. What do snakes do with regularity? They shed their outer skin. They have to grow. They aren't like us. They don't have the little flaky scales. They have scales. That's the problem. They have skin, actually. They don't even have scales, really. They have skin. So, you know, they know that to move forward in their life and to grow and to get bigger and to have families and to have a den and have a community, that they have to shed the old. If they don't, it blinds them. The skin over their eyes, that is even shed when a snake sheds its skin. So if a snake can't shed that piece of skin that's over the eyes, it's blind in that eye. It is literally blind in that eye. So shed your old skin. All of it. Don't try to hang on to little bits and pieces of the past. It's time to move on. It's time to move into something new and exciting and creative. It's just a matter of focusing on doing just that. Wow. See what we get as just a general message from Spirit, from my cards. Deck 1, which is the single word cards. This is my handmade deck. My prototype for the deck that I'm hoping to get published pretty soon. Pardon me. So you guys can buy it if you're interested. But I thought I needed to practice with it before I really dove into any kind of a guidebook. Get used to the cards myself before I say whether they're worth buying. You guys getting, huh? Okay. Let's see. Woo! All right, our card is forward. This hits the play button. Only it's in a circle. It's not a YouTube play button. To go forward down the road to the next mountain range and the next lessons, to go forward, you gotta press play. You've got to participate. My goodness. Yes. You've got to participate. And you've also got to understand that you got to go down the road. You can't jump from here to there. You cannot hop from here to there. So let's see what actions we need to take to keep us going on this road forward. Press that play button. Start with 2 action cards. See what they say. I didn't shuffle that very good. I apologize. Cards are kind of stiff. I haven't used them in a week. So there we go. That's better. Just need to use them more. Cardstock is a little stiff that I used to begin with, so that's all right. From Amazon. Anyhow, what's the action on moving forward, please? Oops, wrong card. We have to look at things from a point of view of true love and a love story that never ends. What I do for the action cards is I take the card from the top and then the card from the bottom. So, as you can tell, the card on the bottom, once again, this is similar to last week, is telling us great things take time. So slow down. Experience the love that's out there for you. Your love story is never ending. It never is going to end. There's one more message in this. And as far as your root chakra goes, understand, I am. Don't worry about it. Go through the process, 1 foot in front of the other, and press play. Because most of this that you think is so crucial that you've got to worry about, that you consider to be a crisis, right now, 20 years from now, you'll know that none of it matters. All that matters is that you did everything you could to take care of you in your self-love, to say in the spirit of the river. Wow, I thank you very much, everybody. Oh, and the final card is your heart chakra. All of this has to come from your heart chakra. All of it. Not your head, not your reasoning place. All of it has to come from your heart. What you release is the old, and the actual letting go process. That all has to come from the heart with the power and the stability of your root chakra and the seeds that you have planted and your willingness out of self-love to immerse yourself in a movement towards adventure. Because in the end, this particular cycle will be over and none of it's going to matter. Whatever is eating at you, none of it is going to matter. Is that relationship worth putting it through the stress you're putting it through? Because none of this matters. My goodness, let's pick a therapist card. Send you guys on your way. Here I get. Trying your best is all that matters, and the rest will fall into place. So glow, my little cuttlefish. Do what you can. Don't beat yourself up if you're not perfect every single dang day. Do what you can. Because every little bit forward is a little bit forward. And you know, sometimes a little bit can be a whole lot. So I thank you for being here with me today. If you decide that you would like to come back, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. And on your way out, would you please do me a favor? Hit that like button. Your view is most important to me. Whether you do any of this doesn't matter because the view is free. But so is hitting the like button and subscribing. So if you really want to support me in what I'm doing here, I ask you to do that. I thank you. You have a terrific weekend, and I will see you next time.